Hey everybody, Stacey here from Boulder, Colorado, and today I'm going to be taking you on a photo shoot with a 6-month-old baby boy, and I'm going to be giving you 7 poses that you can use on your next shoot with baby boy. So let's get started. So 6 months is such a great age because the baby is just become a sitter. Now parents love to spend money on this age of baby because it's such a milestone when they start sitting. You know, if you're a mom, they're interacting with the world, they have all sorts of expressions. There's so much to capture and there's so much for the parents to purchase in the end. So I'm gonna be giving you 7 poses that you can use on your next shoot with a 6-month-old baby so that you can just tick them off and you can worry about what matters, and that's connecting with the baby. Why? Because meaningful images are what sell. I want you to say that with me. Meaningful images sell. It's so important. Pose number 1, sitting. So yes, they're just newly sitters. So we're gonna first sit them on the grass like I did here. A lot of babies are a little bit uncomfortable at first because they've never actually been on the grass before, so they won't even let you set them down, or they'll be totally obsessed and mesmerized by the grass and you can't pull them away. So in that case, I recommend bringing a blanket, laying it down on the grass, setting them on there, using that as your first pose so that you can create the rapport with them by playing peekaboo, have mom stand behind you and talk with the baby, sing Itsy Bitsy Spider. If you do put a baby somewhere and they're putting everything in their mouth, like you're on a cute little path and they're like I am here, and he's just putting the grass into his mouth and he won't stop, I always bring a little roll of duct tape and you can roll the tape backwards and put it in their little hands, and then they're kind of fascinated by it, and they can see my 10-year-old do my nails. They're mesmerized by it. They love the little tape, and you get those really sweet pictures like you can see in this photo where he's sitting up and his hands are together. It's just so much more powerful than this photo here where he's sitting and he's smiling. So I've got that engagement with him, but his arms are flailing a little bit and he seems like he feels a little unsafe. In that case, put them in a chair or contain them somehow, like maybe in the parent's arms. In this case, I just had the 6-month-old baby. So I have a collection of wooden chairs and I'll usually bring one that will fit that age baby to the shoot. So I brought this one to the shoot. You can see here how gentle and slow I'm going with him. And that's really important, especially in this day and age. During the pandemic day, you need to ask permission first before you touch the baby, and hopefully that's okay. You know, wash your hands really well first. And then just go really slow, gentle, make a lot of eye contact with the baby, a lot of soft talking, and gently put them in the chair. Make sure that they're safe, like I'm doing here. Step away, click, 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 and you'll get a beautiful image like this. Pose number 2, detail shots. So you want to get a picture of their hands and a picture of their feet. It's just a milestone at 6 months, and parents love all the little ways that their 6-month-old baby's hands are exploring things and communicating with the world right now. So you can see in this video, I'm placing the baby's hand on his feet because that's a really adorable picture. He wasn't into it. So I ended up placing his hands on the chair and got this beautiful picture that I love, and it just melted his mother's heart. So, and later you can see here when I put him in the path and I gave him the tape, he wasn't interested in that. I kept putting it in his mouth. He grabbed the grass and I went ahead and snapped a picture of that and got some really beautiful images there. Pose number 3, laying down on their belly. So a lot of babies still don't like tummy time. If you can remember when your baby was that age, some babies love it, some babies don't. So go ahead, meter the light, get your camera ready, lay the baby down on the blanket or in the grass, wherever the light is beautiful and things are comfortable for the baby, and scooch back a few feet and click, 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 because he might not last long. Pose number 4, laying on back. Now this is such a beautiful pose to do if you can get the baby to grab onto his little toes. I'm also a prenatal and mommy and me yoga instructor, and we call this pose happy baby pose. So you see how I'm going really slow with him. I'm trying to hold his legs and his hands in place to try to get the pose I want, but he's just not feeling safe and comfortable. I think because we were so close to the creek. So I let go of any attachment I had and knew that I could come back to that shot at the end of the shoot. And if you look here, this beautiful, stunning image I got of him as his mom was changing him at the very end. I just stood right over him and got him laying on his back, looking straight up to the camera, and just that expression on his face is so beautiful. So sometimes at the end of the shoot, when you come back to the poses that you missed, you get the best poses. So also here, I had only brought the one lens, and that was an 85mm, so I didn't have a lot of room to go above him. So you can see how I'm trying to stand on my tippy toes here. It just wasn't working. So I revisited that later, and that ended up working out. Pose number 5, a close-up headshot. Now this is my #1 bestseller. It's 30% of all my print sales. What you need to do is get up really close to the baby, have him down below you. If he's not a good sitter, have him be in mom or dad's lap, have him look up at you so that the light's reflecting in his eyes. Focus in on the corner of his eyes and click, 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 and walk around him to try to get some different angles. I always bring a basket of beautiful knit hats and let mom go through and pick out ones that she likes, because the texture in the knit hats bring out the baby's eyes in such a beautiful and stunning way, as you can see in this photo here. So tip number 6, favorite lovey, toy, book, blankie, stuffed animal, whatever is meaningful for the baby and for the parent. You ask mom to bring it ahead of time and know what it is, so that you can kind of get an idea of it in your head, what you're going to be doing. So in this case, this little baby loved wooden spoons. Who doesn't love wooden spoons? And I was able to get this beautiful shot of his hands just playing with the wooden spoons. And she had also brought a book that had a lot of meaning for them, but in the end, the book just didn't have that kind of appeal, it didn't have that kind of quintessential childhood appeal that I love to put into my photos. So books that have a more vintagey feel but don't overwhelm the baby are the best. You can see this book here was a little bit too big, but in the end, there's nothing more special to a mom than a picture of her little baby snuggling a lovey or her favorite blanket. I've actually had plenty of moms cry over pictures like that, so do not forget that one. Pose number 7. Actually, pose number 7 isn't a pose at all. It's something that happens when you come home after the shoot and you're looking at the pictures and you're narrowing them down. Now, I know you want to pick the pictures that might have the most wow on Instagram or might be the best compositionally. One of my biggest tips I can give you is to always cull your photos for the mother, because the mother is the one that's picking them out, and she's the one in the end that's going to make the purchase. So when you're at the shoot, you want to notice those expressions that the mom absolutely loves, because those are the pictures that you're going to want to put into her final gallery. So you can see here, I might take 200 pictures during a shoot, but I only present the family with about 30 pictures in the end. And those 30 pictures all have meaning, all have interaction, or something that the mother would absolutely love. I don't put photos in there for myself. If I want to edit a photo for my own Instagram or for my own portfolio, I decide to do that separately. So that is pose number 7, and it's more of a tip. So in the end, if you're unsure, narrow down the photos for quirkiness and cuteness, and you probably can't go wrong with a 6-month-old baby boy. So thanks everybody for watching. Comment down below and let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer anything that you have. And I'll also put where I got this dress down in the description below. So now get out there and shoot. Just shoot, shoot, shoot. If you have to grab a neighbor's 6-month-old kid to practice on near your home, that's great. Just do it. Just practice as much as you can, and you'll end up taking beautiful photos just like these that bring meaning and joy into people's lives and bring you great income. Thanks everybody, and be sure to hit the subscribe and notification bell down below if you would like to see my new videos, which I'm releasing every week now. It's so exciting. I can't wait. All right, bye everybody.